Right, well, we've just arrived at this site, which is a PestNet online site. Each of the baits has got a barcode in it, so as I get to the bait, I scan it, it logs that into this system, and as soon as I finish, the customer can see that we've done the visit. They can see any points that there are problems at. It will just flag it up on their computer screen so they can see it straight away, and they can see that from anywhere in the world. There isn't really such a thing as an average day, because you can start out doing routines and then you'll get a call out, there's a rat in the kitchen, and obviously that would take precedence. The thing with Rentokil is we've got the technicians that we can actually get there quite fast, which usually impresses them. This is an excellent way of capturing a mouse and keeping the mouse there. When next time a mouse goes through there, it triggers that mechanism, so the doors come down and the CO2 canister is activated, so that CO2 is now dispersed inside the sealed unit. As you can see, it's only a very small amount, enough to kill the mouse. It's then sealed inside this unit, so it reduces the amount of smells that you're likely to get, and the light will start flashing. There is another version of this, so that as soon as it's caught that mouse, it will send the customer and the technician an email to say that there is a mouse caught in there, it needs to be picked up.
Rentokil Pest Control is the longest established pest control company in the world. My job as a surveyor is to go out and assess the problem, work out a course of works to rid you of that pest, price it up for you, and close the deal. So specifically the problem here is the air conditioning units, and this is the plant area for the air conditioning systems for the sports hall, are completely covered in pigeon fouling. The intake is directly covered in pigeon fouling, so all of those germs could theoretically be taken and pumped into the sports hall here at the school, and that's a bad thing. We put the traps into place, but we leave them open. As you can see here, the access door is open, and we'll feed the birds. So we'll be using corn or just pigeon seed or bird seed. After a couple of weeks of doing that, and once the birds are used to coming in and out of the traps, because the traps are actually accessed here in one-way doors, we'll close the trap. We then visit the site every day, remove the pest birds that are actually trapped inside, until we don't trap anymore. So that will probably take a week or 10 days to work. At that point, we're then going to put the net back at the front of the building and once again clean this area. This is pigeon gauge netting, so it's 50mm by 50mm. It physically stops the birds entering any area that we want. Part of my role as a local surveyor is to develop new business. One of the ways we do that is either getting recommendations from existing customers or doing next door calls. So if we have an existing customer, we'd approach their neighbours to see if we can also help them. It's quite likely that the problem is being shared between the different premises in the estate, and if one has a problem, then they all do.
I'll be dealing with very similar sort of clients that a technician would do as well. But we have slightly more time on site and we're able to carry out a thorough inspection, spend a bit more time with the customer perhaps. Also, we're there to help the technicians if they've got an issue that they can't quite get to grips with or need a fresh set of eyes maybe, a different way of looking at things, then they've always got the field biologist to count on as well. You start with initially 6 weeks worth of training, and within that 6 weeks you'll have weekly tests. That's going with a variety of different technicians, and you'll also go with different field biologists as well. So you're getting an idea of the whole business. Really important bit of kit that we're starting to use a lot more in the industry is a fluorescent tracking dust. And if I just spread that around, this is for example a rodent's foot or the belly fur, and they'll be moving around. And this is a UV light torch, and we'll use this to find out where the rodent's been. We know that if we put a snapback trap on that same run, we should gain control of the problem a lot quicker, so it's an excellent tool for us.
I'm actually very proud to work for Rentokil.
The customer trusts that name. We've got over 75 years of experience to build on. They know that they're going to get a good service.
If you go home and you know that you've successfully treated an infestation, the customer's happy, the technician's happy, and I'm happy because I've been able to help with that.
We provide more services, more backup, more technician heads, more expertise in this industry than anybody can match.